Ulrich Brückner is Professor of European Studies at Stanford University Berlin. Thanks for coming on the programme. Look, Professor, to what extent was this election a big test case for German politics and also a test case for the government coalition in Berlin?
Well, after the two lost elections in Thuringia and in Saxony, everyone looked at what's happening in Brandenburg, not only because of the situation in Brandenburg and the political survival of the governor, who clearly announced that if he's going to lose, then he will step down. And leading politicians from the Social Democrats have always played a major role since German unification. So it was unclear what would happen after him. But what mattered much more was a test for the government in Berlin. And the crashing results in Saxony and in Thuringia would have caused maybe the end of the Ampel coalition in Berlin. With a margin of 1 point something, the Ampel survived, and we will see a continuation of Olaf Scholz and the three ruling parties, but it was very narrow, and it's a very alarming sign for the political culture in Germany.
Let's talk about that alarming sign, because this vote was the third regional state election in East Germany this autumn. So how do these elections show how the political landscape in Germany has changed?
Well, generally speaking, it's in the very nature of a pluralist system that if you don't like what the government does, you vote for another party. But the party that won the most in Brandenburg, the Alternative für Deutschland, and secondly, the BSW, are parties that question core principles of the German political culture. They are openly racist, that stands for the Alternative für Deutschland, and they are questioning the German and the Western support for Ukraine. So they are rather singing Putin's song, and they question a number of fundamental principles of an open society, of freedom rights, and acts of humanity to give a helping hand to people in need.
The other big voting topic, of course, is the economy. And Germany's economy is in the doldrums. So what do you think this result means in terms of putting reforms in place to get back to growth?
Well, that's an interesting phenomenon, because we have seen 16 years of growth in Germany, which is unheard of in the long history of Western Germany and even after unification. So people get used to the fact that things are getting better and better. And the moment capitalism creates a situation of not the normal stable growth path, everyone is getting nervous and forgets what we have seen in the past that were much harsher forms of higher inflation and unemployment. So when we just look at macroeconomic indicators or how the country is performing, then things have never been better than today in terms of savings for households, employment situation. We even need a lot of additional skilled workers coming to Germany to continue with the growth path in the future, because demography doesn't allow to simply fill the labor market shortages with Germans. So that's the situation. And on the background of those socioeconomic conditions, there are parties that instrumentalize people's fears to surf on a wave of populism that is not much different from what we've seen in other countries, but it's a new phenomenon in Germany.
Ulrich Brückner, thank you very much.